The old lighthouse keeper, Silas, had seen more sunrises over the churning sea than he had hairs on his head. Each dawn painted the sky with hues of hope, a stark contrast to the solitude that wrapped around him like the persistent sea mist. He lived a life dictated by the rhythmic pulse of the lamp, a lonely sentinel against the vast, indifferent ocean. One blustery evening, a small boat tossed about like a toy in a bathtub caught Silas's eye. He squinted, his weathered face etched with concern. The boat was far off course, heading straight for the jagged rocks that guarded the island. Silas knew he had to act fast. He cranked the foghorn, its mournful bellow cutting through the wind's howl. He hoped they would hear it, that it would be enough to warn them. He watched, heart pounding, as the boat slowly, painstakingly changed direction. It was a near thing, but they were safe. As the storm subsided, the boat limped into the small cove near the lighthouse. A young woman, no older than his granddaughter, stepped onto the shore, her face pale with exhaustion and gratitude. Her name was Ilara, and she was a marine biologist studying the migratory patterns of seabirds. The storm had caught her unawares and she had lost her bearings. Silas, who hadn't had a real conversation in months, found himself captivated by Ilara's stories of the ocean's hidden wonders. She spoke of bioluminescent plankton that lit up the water like stars, of whales that sang songs that echoed through the deep, and of the intricate ecosystems that thrived beneath the waves. In turn, Silas shared his own tales of the sea, of shipwrecks and rescues, of the strange beauty of storms, and of the quiet companionship of the seabirds that nested on the cliffs. He showed her the logbooks filled with his meticulous observations, the records of tides and weather patterns that spanned decades. Ilara stayed for several days, helping Silas with his duties, learning about the lighthouse and sharing her knowledge of the sea. She brought a spark of life back into the old lighthouse keeper's world, a reminder that even in the most isolated of places, connection and friendship could bloom. When it was time for her to leave, Silas felt a pang of sadness. But he knew that Ilara had given him something precious, a renewed sense of purpose. He was no longer just a lonely keeper of a light. He was a guardian of stories, a keeper of the sea's secrets, and a friend. As Ilara's boat disappeared over the horizon, Silas turned back to the lighthouse, the beam cutting through the twilight. He knew that the sea could be a cruel mistress, but it could also bring unexpected gifts. And as he climbed the winding stairs to the lamp room, he smiled, knowing that he would never look at the ocean in quite the same way again.